In this video, we are going to be looking at area. When I think about area, I just think about covering. How much surface area does a shape cover? For example, here we go. If we look at our square and our rectangle, we can see that the square covers less surface area than the rectangle in relation to the blue area or the blue mat. So if I had, for example, a placemat and I put it down onto my blue table, I know that the red square would take up less area than the red rectangle. What I notice when comparing the square to the rectangle is that the square is just smaller. It takes up less surface area because it's smaller. It covers less surface. I like to relate mathematics to the real world. When I think of area, I think of covering. I think of like a pool cover. I think of a tablecloth covering a table. I think of crops growing on the side of a mountain covering surface, covering landmass. When we think about area, the easiest way that you will understand area to begin with is counting squares. I know that the orange squares take up a surface area of 14 squares. The orange area is 14 squares. In geometry, area can be defined as the space occupied within or by a flat shape or the surface, the covering of an object. The area of a figure is the number of unit squares that cover the surface of a closed figure. Well, that's a long-winded way of saying that area is just covering. When I look at the covering or the surface area of the squares in the example to the right, I can see that there are 8 squares that are covering my grid that are an aqua colour. In this video, all you need to understand is that area means covering, and the way that we understand area or the way that we calculate area in the beginning is just by counting the surface area or the surface squares of a grid.